An entitled girl parked in front of my door and said it wasn't her problem, so I made it her only problem for 4 days. The fire marshal watched me trap a sorority girl in front of my apartment door and told her she'd created her own emergency. My apartment is on the second floor, with the narrowest hallway in Chicago barely wide enough for 2 people to squeeze past each other. Someone had wedged a moving dolly directly in front of my door, not next to it, perfectly centered so I couldn't even crack the door open. I knocked on to be across the hall. A girl in a Northwestern sweatshirt answered. Phone pressed to her ear. Laughing, I pointed at the dolly blocking my door. She glanced at it, then back at me, and said into her phone, "Hold on. Some guy is complaining about my stuff. Can you move this?" "I can't get into my apartment," I said. She covered her phone. "We're moving furniture in. It'll be like an hour. I need to get inside now. I just worked a 12-hour shift." She actually sighed like I was ruining her day. "It's not my problem you got home at a bad time." Those words flipped a switch I didn't know existed. I smiled. "You're right. But it's about to become your only problem." I walked downstairs to Morris, my landlord, who'd owned this building for 40 years. I explained everything. Moving equipment blocking a fire exit. Refusal to move it. Hostile attitude. His expression darkened. He called the fire marshal and filed a formal complaint. I grabbed my camping chair, set it up in the hallway, and cracked open a beer. If I couldn't get into my apartment, I'd get comfortable. The girl Madison came out around 7 p.m. and froze. "What are you doing?" "Waiting for you to move your dolly." "But I've been drinking. So I probably shouldn't operate heavy machinery now." Safety first. Her face went red. "Are you serious? You said it's not your problem I got home at a bad time." "I'm saying it's not my problem I started drinking while waiting." She slammed her door. An hour later, the fire marshal arrived. He measured the hallway, photographed everything, and knocked on to be. "Ma'am, you're blocking a primary egress route and a neighbor's sole entrance. This violates municipal code. You need to move this immediately, or I'll issue a $500 citation." Madison tried arguing but eventually dragged the dolly inside, glaring at me the entire time. Saturday morning, I woke up to find she'd moved her couch into the hallway, blocking both my door and the stairwell. I took photos and called Morris and the fire marshal. By noon, Madison had a formal citation and a warning that another violation meant immediate eviction. Sunday, paint can stacked in front of my door. I called it in. Monday, her vacuum temporarily blocked my entrance. Citation number 3. Tuesday, Madison's roommate Sophie knocked on my door. "I'm so sorry. Madison won't stop. She thinks you're ruining her life, but she's ruining mine. Our lease is getting terminated. She could have just moved the dolly that first night." "I know. She doesn't listen to anyone." That afternoon, I came home to find Morris and maintenance workers removing Toby's door from its hinges. "Emergency safety violation," Morris said. Fire marshal red tagged the unit after 4 violations in 4 days. "They've got 24 hours to move out." Madison appeared, her face pale. "You can't do this. You endangered every tenant multiple times. You're done." She turned to me. Tears forming. "Are you happy now? You had 4 days to apologize. 4 days to just be decent. But you kept making it everyone else's problem." By Wednesday, Toby was empty. Madison's dad showed up with a U-Haul, looking exhausted and furious. I heard him through the walls. "Do you have any idea what this is costing me? You couldn't just move a dolly?" I never saw Madison again, but I still think about how she had a simple choice. Take 10 seconds to move a dolly, or spend for days destroying her own life. She chose wrong.